10 of the most ridiculous 90-day fiancés. 90 Day Fiancé is a show that focuses on couples living in different countries. They help one partner get a US visa, but they have to get married in 90 days. Would you relocate to Qatar forever to live with someone you just met? I bet your answer is no. In today's video, we share 10 crazy individuals who are ready to change everything about their lives in the name of love.
God, I don't want to die today.
You eat that? Wow!
Here are 10 of the most ridiculous 90 Day Fiancé episodes. Watch till the end. Before we get into it, hit like and tap the subscribe button. 6. Molly and Lewis. Molly met Lewis when she was on vacation in Jamaica with her friends. He was a bartender at the bar where they met. They fell madly in love, but now Molly has had it with her husband. Lewis is way younger than her and acts like a child. All throughout their scenes, one of them has to be shouting. In every single scene, Molly has to be crying. They never have reasonable conversations, so it beats me how he got on one knee and she said yes. The two are like water and oil, they simply don't blend. Lewis is pretty immature and has no morals of his own. He has indecent videos and images on his phone, goes to strip clubs, and has intimate relations with other women. Yikes. At one time, he was having a conversation with Molly's daughter and implied that she should do whatever she wants with her body, even sleep around with men. I mean, who tells this to a teenager? When he was confronted, he bluntly said that she has every right to do whatever she wants, disregarding the fact that she is still a minor. He is always playing loud music, says his wife has demons, is rude, and is not willing to adjust his behaviors. I don't know about you, but this marriage was a big mistake. It's no wonder they got divorced just as fast as they got married. Today, Molly is happier than ever. She has dedicated her life to raising her 2 children and living her best life. She even lost 40 pounds getting an awesome revenge body. Both of them have moved on and Molly is seeing someone and Lewis is already married again after 5 months of divorce. Age is just a number, right? Or is it? Sean has grandkids and his kids are about the same age as his newfound love, Abbey. Let's see if these two make it to the altar. 5. Sean and Abbey. Sean, who is 47 years old, and Abbey, who is only 21, proved to us that not all candidates on the 90 Day Fiancé end up getting married. They broke up almost instantly. But before we share how they ended up this way, let's talk about how this couple met and fell in love. The two met in Haiti and fell in love almost instantly. Sean would visit Abbey all the time, and they would go out on dates, stroll on the beach, and do normal things couples do, despite their 26-year age difference. Abbey was a businesswoman who sold innerwear to show how much he loved her. Sean brought in $2,500 worth of innerwear to boost her store. Aw, how sweet. Well, this sweet relationship turned sour real quick. It turns out Abbey was into older white American men, and she was still talking to her ex, Chris. When Sean found out, he got mad. He didn't like feeling insecure, and he wasn't ready to get married to a woman that would make his home insecure all the time. It appears as though Abbey and her ex, Chris, were more than just friends, but we're not so sure. People from all over the internet started attacking the poor girl, calling her a whore and other shameful things. She even got stalkers who would follow her home and call her names. Abbey couldn't take it anymore and decided to end things. They publicized their breakup and even posted clips on Instagram.
Sean saying, well, it's true that we broke up, I didn't.
They both moved on, and Abbey is already dating another older white American. A gold digger is a gold digger. Nothing can change that. Unfortunately, this one thought she was signing up to a life full of riches and expensive things, only to find out her new love is broke. Will they last? Find out next. 4. Colt and Larissa. Colt and Larissa are both a ticking time bomb. The impression Larissa had of Colt when they first met was definitely not true. She thought he was a rich millionaire who would grant her a visa to the US and spoil her with expensive things. Turns out Colt isn't as rich and isn't even willing to spend a dime on her, not even on flowers. Being the gold digger she is, Larissa openly told Colt that she expected him to be her sponsor.
So who you buy? I go to strip? Oh, please, my husband. That you understand that you are my sponsor.
She told him that he shouldn't expect her to work. The only way he would be able to keep up with her lifestyle is by him spoiling her. She nags him throughout the show and even talks down on him for having a car without air conditioning. The two bicker about the little things, big things, and everything in general. Larissa once called Colt an attention whore when he complimented another woman's glasses. She hates Colt's mom and every other person around him. Seeing how these two are heading for a divorce, based partly on Larissa's multiple arrests or abuse, it's safe to say we won't be seeing them anymore on the 90 Day Fiancé show. One more story of an elderly man dating a young girl. What is it with old men and dating young foreign girls? 3. Mark and Nikki. It's not the first time a couple with a massive age difference have appeared on the show. If you thought Sean and Abbey have a huge age gap, wait until you hear about this. 58-year-old Mark and 19-year-old Nikki met in an online dating app. Within a few days of knowing each other, she moved from the Philippines into America to live with him. In this story, Mark was the cause of all the problems. He treated Nikki like a child and didn't even let her touch his car windows. He tried to pawn off his daughter's clothes to her, which her daughter also thought was strange. Right before they got married, he got a prenup contract that was completely one-sided. Even the lawyer said it was garbage and she shouldn't sign it. When she brought it up, he gave her an ultimatum. She either signs it or goes back to the Philippines. She had no choice but to do it. He even forced her to take birth control as he didn't want more children. Well, she's only 19. How do you force a 19-year-old to not have children in the future? Even with all their issues, they still ended up getting married. We don't know if they're still together as they shut down all their social media accounts after so much bullying on the internet. Our next story is just sad and unbelievable. You have to see it to the end to believe. 2. David and Annie. There have been red flags in this relationship from the word go. First, there was a massive age difference. David was 48 when they met, which is double Annie's age. Second, David has serious money problems, which we will share later on, and a drinking addiction. The 48-year-old American from Kentucky met the girl when he was living in Thailand and knew instantly that he wanted to marry her.
For a week or two, I proposed to Annie. And of course, she said yes.
Coming from a traditional family, getting married to Annie would require you to pay a significant dowry price. He owes her parents $23,000, which is a huge sacrifice since he is broke. He doesn't have a job and doesn't want to work at low-paying jobs. Beats me how he will manage to pay it all. In addition to all of that, they're living in a house where they're paying about $1,000 in rent monthly. He once embarrassed himself by borrowing money for rent and basic necessities. He couldn't even afford $318 for a wedding dress. That is a very low price for a wedding gown. Most people spend that much on prom dresses. To top it all off, despite their money issues, he wants kids. David also drinks too much and embarrasses Annie every other time. None of his kids like their arrangement too. Damn, I bet she didn't expect all this when she came to America. Here's our number 1 on the list. I don't think you're ready for the madness you're about to witness. I saved the best for last, but first I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. So if you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it. It really works. 1. Ricky and Mina. Ricky is a 33-year-old photographer living in Columbus, Ohio. He says he had a hard time finding love throughout his life, but has been married twice before appearing on the show. Something already sounds fishy. Well, the man says he holds no grudge against his exes and hopes to find his true love. So he went to a Latina online site where he met Melissa. Just after 3 months, he bought a ticket to Colombia to meet the woman he believed would be the love of his life. But guess what? When he got there, she went MIA. Turns out, he was catfished.
Confianza en ti. Ahora le estás diciendo mentiras a ella, entonces, ¿ahora qué espera? ¿Ahora qué espero yo? Entonces, más mentiras para mí.
Ricky dusted off his shoulders and decided he wouldn't give up. He wasn't going to waste all that money he spent on visa costs, flights, and accommodations in Colombia. So he takes his thirsty self back to the internet to find new love. Here's when he met Mina, and with no time, he was already asking her out. So here he was after being stood up, texting another woman in a restaurant trying to find a date. How desperate can you really get? Anyway, we're not here to judge, so back to the story. When they finally met, he says it felt like love at first sight. You know those movies that play in slow-mo when two lovers meet? Well, yeah, that's the kind of vibe that happened to him. Their first date was rather strange for people who just met. There were candles, rose petals, wine, chocolate. This guy was really prepared to get some. 3 minutes later, he proposes with the ring he had intended to give Melissa. So how did he just move from being in love with someone and a few weeks later, he's already proposing to someone else? Right after is where the drama begins. All hell breaks loose when Mina receives a text message from Ricky's ex-wife. She tells him that Ricky had told her that their relationship wasn't serious. Was the guy two-timing his newfound love and his ex? To add salt to the wound, Mina found out that Ricky had come to Colombia to meet Melissa. He even called her Melissa when they were making out.
En un restaurante, we ordered food.
Resumido, por favor. Sí, comieron, ¿y qué? ¿Se lo comieron también?
Sí.
¿Qué?
Things turn from sweet to crazy real quick. That's it for today. We hope you enjoyed. Let us know which of these is the most ridiculous on the list. If you are here, you probably enjoyed the video, so give us a thumbs up for more amazing content. Thanks for watching, and have an excellent day.